All right, let's see who's here and what's going on. Let me just quickly get to my breakdown here. Seems like the XRP video that we uploaded on the NFA channel is doing pretty well. So yeah, let's go live. Let's wait for some people to get in here, and then we'll dive into it, into what's going on. We also want to check Twitter to see what's happening this morning. I'm trying to figure out right now. It's like what's best to buy because things are crashing this morning. They're falling a little bit today, and I keep asking myself, hey, like what's happening? What's a good time to buy here? Should I put this on the other side of the screen? I feel like all of these comments are getting in the way of this picture right here. Oh, back here, this picture. Well, diploma, right? But yesterday, I don't know if you've seen my video. I did end up burning off the rest that I needed to burn off for the last week. I was burning off a week worth of Terra Luna Classic rewards, and I was able to do that. So USTC is pumping. That's what someone says. How do you see Shiba Inu now? How do I see Shiba Inu? I mean, still in the same spot that I've seen it for the past 4 months. It's not something where I'm, the most bullish on and out of crypto. But I know that it still has potential, especially in a bull market. So, hey Matt, what's the play with Luna based on the burn rates we are seeing at 1 penny even realistic this year? It's looking like it could be difficult. 1 penny is only a $60 billion market cap. So I'm not saying that it's not realistic, because $60 billion market cap, it can happen with anything that's very popular, especially when you see a bull market and you see a lot of people, a lot of bigger investors that are getting into it. So 1 penny is still realistic. I wasn't calling for 1 penny this year. I was calling for, around a tenth of a penny, a 20th of a penny, right? Or 20% of a penny. That's what I was looking at. So if we get a penny, that's obviously beating my expectations. But it's not to say that it would not happen, because I think it definitely can. Because right now, 10% of a penny is a $6 billion market cap. We can definitely get there if we start to see movement, right? We start to see not just in LUNC, but in the crypto market in general. So that's what I'm hoping for. But we can't tell exactly when this bull market is going to happen, Hit the like button. Yes, everybody hit the like button. I do want to go to subscribers only, because we do have like a lot of spammers and scammers and all types of people that are negative, and it's okay. Are you bullish on CRO? Yeah, I'm bullish on CRO. I still hold 65 or 70,000 coins. I can't remember exactly how much it is. So yes, I am bullish on CRO. That's another position that I'm going to be going over eventually on the NFA channel to explain like how much I have, what my plan is. I have explained what my plan was in previous videos here, but I will explain that a little bit further. Did I just put XRP twice on there? No, I shouldn't have put XRP on there. Let's see. So it looks like today's video, as I go through the Patreon, today's video is going to be about Doge. I thought that it would be about Gala, especially how the last vote went, because Gala was second in line, and now Gala is second in line again. But we have Doge that a lot of people want to hear about, I guess, see what my opinion is on, and what it's all about, what their plan is, maybe for the future, all that other type of stuff. That's interesting. Good morning, Matthew. How are you today? Good luck on today's stream. I'm doing pretty good. Lunatics Token Official. I don't know who's running the account, but I'm doing pretty good. So I was wondering how the NFTs are going. I was looking for like an update. I did see that at one point half of those were bought up. Half of the 500, I guess, that you released are bought up. So that's good. LUNC isn't crashing. Why the title? So LUNC is falling. I don't know what you consider a crash, but if it's included in the entire market, because right now it's down 7%, which is more than what the entire market is down, which means that in my definition, I guess, would be more of a crash. If it's falling more than the market is down, then that would be a little bit of a crash. It doesn't mean that it's failing. There's differences between all of these terms. So it is. Today it's a creepy investor behind the keyboard. Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hi, Matt. Hope you're okay. Why do you think Terra USD is pumping, but Terra Classic isn't? Probably because of what we understand with the interest around repegging. And how we can get there without even focusing, I guess, on Terra Luna Classic as much. So that's probably why you're seeing it. There's a lot of interest on that side of things. And I haven't seen USTC, so I do want to look at USTC to see why it's making a move, or see how much of a move it's making. So it's up to 5 cents. That's a good thing. That's a really, really good thing for the people that are holding USTC, obviously me included. But, you know, with any larger increase, expect some sort of a decrease. So I don't think that a pump just comes and just stays here. Right now, it's treated as a regular cryptocurrency and not a stable coin, but eventually we may end up having that stabilized. And, you know, people are like, hey, if this is going to get to $1, I'm going to make my move into this because, you know, this is a, you know, not only a doubling, but you could see it quadruple. You could see it 20x right now. And get up to $1, which is amazing. If you put $1,000 in there, it's $20,000. The NFTs are doing well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. All right, sounds good. If anybody else has any questions on Lunatics NFTs or you know, Lunatics token or just the investment in general, feel free to ask away, and I'm sure they can answer it in the chat. Fair enough. Thanks for answering. No problem. So he's less and less getting burned. So less and less is getting burned. I wouldn't say less and less is getting burned. Let me go ahead and let me close my screen really quick so that I can bring up some stuff. I do want to bring up LUNC Penguins whenever I could find it. I don't know why it's not saved on my favorites bar at gate.io, but I don't have LUNC Penguins up there. A cat just fell down the steps, or is running down the steps. That's probably the better option. I don't think cats fall anywhere. They land on their feet everywhere they go. That sounded like they fell. I don't know. Anyways, 1.2% is currently at 5 billion, 5.2 billion. Let me bring back my screen. So the 1.2% burn tax is at 5.2 billion. The Binance burn is at 8.6. That's the issue. I mean, I talked about this yesterday, and people don't understand that the Binance burn is it's purely business for them. And it's not a problem that it's purely business. But we could be doing so much more if we had the 1.2, and it wouldn't hurt volume. Yes, you would see volume decrease right now because the way the market is right now, it's not looking like we're seeing a crazy amount of volume in anything, right? Bitcoin only has, $28 billion that flows through it, right, on this day. Ethereum has $9 billion. Tether has $39 billion, right? If you go down here, BNB has less than $1 billion. XRP has 2.4 billion. BUSD, obviously stablecoin, has a lot that goes into it. But you're seeing majority of cryptocurrencies in the hundreds of millions, or majorities of cryptocurrencies in the top like 20 in hundreds of millions when they should be in the billions. And that's just showing that we're not seeing a lot of volume that's flowing into it. Right now would probably be the time where people really want to invest into positions. And this is probably going to be a time where I buy another Ethereum. And I know it's not a huge difference, but that's $100 worth of a difference from where I bought my first Ethereum to where now I'm going to buy my second one, and then I'll even have a chance to buy my third one as well. Everything CZ is doing is for Binance, not for LUNC, at 100%. And it's not a bad thing that he's doing it for the business, but the bad thing is that he claims that it's for the people and that it's for investors, and it's not for investors. Investors would benefit so much more if he would implement the 1.2% burn tax, but I understand where he's coming from. But as us investors, retail investors, the I was going to say Shiba Inu, the LUNC community, we have to focus on the exchanges. So all of these exchanges that are out there, we need to make sure that they find a way to do what we need them to do, which is implement a burn tax. Because right now they're doing the same thing that Binance is doing, just except they're not burning things off. People know that on chain, you have the 1.2%. I don't care about that. I'll make all of my moves on chain if I have to, and I will have the 1.2% go through. But if you go through KuCoin, right, you're still paying whatever fee you would pay with KuCoin, and you wouldn't pay the 1.2%. So most people would be like, all right, well, I'm getting more of a benefit here, so I'm going to buy over here. I'm not going to buy on chain or find a way to transfer it on chain. I will keep it on KuCoin or keep it on Binance. I'm in it for the long run. They're in it for that big gain, not 99% of that big gain, but 100% of that big gain. How much has been burned total across the board? Well, right now, 18.1 or 18.2 billion has been burned for Terra Luna Classic. This includes the Binance burn, 1.2%, Lunatics token, MEXC, all these other ones here that you do see there. So with that, if you look at the amount that has been burned in this short period of time, 4 months or so, maybe a little bit more than that. I feel like time is all blending together. 4 or 5 months. When we started the burns, we just recently really started the burns. Before that, we were around. Lunatics token was killing it, looking at a billion coins that they burned, or a billion or 2 billion coins that they ended up burning, in a short period of time. But we're doing so much more than Shiba Inu has done. So this is a step up. We have a burn tax implemented, and I would like to see it further implemented, but we'll have to apply pressure for that. And Matt, USTC is up 46% on the day. I did see that. I was looking at that earlier. Kraken sells LUNC, that where I buy all the time, where you buy all of yours. Yeah, that's fine. We just need all of these other exchanges to support the burn tax in their off-chain transactions, because most people don't know the difference between an on-chain and off-chain transaction. They're just buying the position because they hear everybody else talking about it, right? Guys, if you can you hit the like button? We have 283 people here. I would love it if we got up to 150 likes. That would be amazing. I stand by my erase a zero by the end of the month prediction. You have to stand by it. If it doesn't happen, then there's a lot of variables as to the reason why it won't happen. LUNC is there's a lot of variables to the reason why it could and why it won't. So you can always blame it on those variables because there's a lot of them. LUNC is doing what Binance wants, and now the others want it too. What does that mean? Matt, have you compared LUNC on-chain volume to USTC on-chain volume? No, I haven't. Maybe I should. Give me a second. Where's Terra Station? I'm actually very hungry. So let's see. Let's bring this up. So we currently have, this is USTC or UST on-chain volume. If you look at here, you're seeing 10 million this day. You're seeing 3.9 million this day. You see 52.77 million. So it has jumped. Let's compare that to maybe 7 days. This is the highest volume that we've seen on-chain in quite some time. That's pretty damn good, which means we're going to have consistent burns that go through with that. And you could see it in the last 14 days. This is the highest volume by far in the last 14 days. The last 30 days, we're starting to climb back up to some of these levels here. 155.66 million coins that we would typically see during these times. And then as soon as the burn tax was implemented, it seemed like all on-chain volume dissipated, which is crazy. I mean, it shows a different message. It shows that we don't care about the burn tax, but that's not entirely true. Same thing with Luna, right? You have Luna here, and if you compare this, we're pretty much in line right now. It's not really falling back to or flowing back to where we were. Right now, with the burn tax, we can burn 170 million coins because we have 17.7 billion that flows through on chain. So there's obviously a problem here. If we can figure out this problem as to why we're seeing crazy low volume, and I think it's more of the understanding that people do want to flow to a place that has less of a tax, no matter if it's 0.2 or 0.3%. If there is something to where they can show their form of greed, no offense, they will show it, and they will find a way to go and support a different platform. Good morning, DJ Trev. Yep. So do you think it's more important to get Terra USD back to stablecoin first before LUNC makes a major move? I'm new to crypto, so I'm not sure what's important. What's the importance? So sorry if it's a stupid question. It's not a stupid question. That's a good question, and a lot of people do ask it. Is it more important to get USTC back to being stable versus LUNC getting back to $1 or $2 or $3 or $10 or all of that stuff, right? Obviously, it would be more important for people to see LUNC get back there because the algorithm that's in place, it's all in support. The reason why it stays stable is because of something like Terra Luna Classic. However, if they're looking for a different form to stabilize USTC, as in some form of collateral, some form of backing, then you can get that back to a stable point and support it with that backing. The problem is that you don't have a never-ending amount of money there. So if somebody attacks it and you use all that money, someone can attack it again, and there's no support for it at all. So that's where you end up getting into an issue, but you can see it stabilize beforehand. So in my opinion, it would be more important if we could find a way to get LUNC back to where it needs to be and then support the algorithm as it once was before, but then also include stability with some sort of real world backing or real world asset. If you even wanted to use just Bitcoin, you can use Bitcoin because they have a very large market cap. So that's really the issue that we deal with. So I guess to answer the question, is it more important to get Terra USD back to stable? It's not more important. It's probably equally as important, and it depends which road we're taking. So right now there's so many roads, there's so many proposals, there's so many methods and paths we need to take or we should take or should consider, that it gets very difficult to understand which way is the right way, but we're trying to figure that out. So investors are trying to figure it out. Terra Rebels are trying to figure it out. Everyone's trying to figure it out. But all I know is it would make it easier for the burn if we had other exchanges that implemented that burn. And I'm not saying everything's about the burn. I'm just saying burns are very important for something to get back to normal. And the longer we go with burning, the longer it takes for us to burn. So say it takes 10 or 20 years for this to fully burn down. The more lost coins you could have, the less supply, or the more supply you end up getting to at the top points, or sorry, at the bottom point. So while we're looking to get to 10 billion or maybe 1 billion, we have all of these lost coins. We have everything that's flowing around different places. And now it's looking like 11 billion or 12 billion or 20 billion. That is the lowest point that we can get to. So we need to kind of hurry up and get something established so that we know the time frame. And once people know the time frame, they won't really make all of these complicated moves to where they lose cryptocurrency. Is there anything to say about a bull market? When could we expect it? So it's very tricky because it depends what's happening with the economy, right? It depends what's happening with all the businesses, right? Businesses, if they start to thrive and you see them get back in it. The reason why we're at such lows is because a lot of these companies, these firms that were invested in cryptocurrency that had 1 to 5%, maybe even some that had 10%, lowered their investment in the most risky place that they felt was, very volatile, and it has dropped by, 75%, which is crypto. So they took that 5% or they took that 10%. And they basically took out 90% of their holdings, if that makes sense. So if they're holding 10%, they took out 9% of their overall position, or 80% of their overall position, because they kept some in there. And then once they start to get back into the swing of things and they start to reinvest into crypto, you're going to see a lot of the big movers that kind of start that bull market. But right now, we're not seeing that. Businesses aren't looking to invest into anything more. They're looking to just survive with their financials right now, and make sure that they have, kind of butts in seats and feet through the door. Don't lose hope, Matt. I've got an idea / plan. I'll tell you on Twitter when it's ready. Yeah, I mean, I'm not losing hope. There's a lot of plans out there. There's a lot of great information. Guys, we have 143 likes. If you can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. We have 364 people that are here. If we go over to Twitter, we have 4 people that are watching over there. I appreciate you guys watching. Yo, how you doing? Ethereum is always a good buy. Ethereum is a good buy. That's why I've been trying to figure that out, when to. How about them Saints? I mean, they're not great right now, but I haven't even checked out, who they played or if they. I'm pretty sure they lost, but maybe they won. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't really watched football that much. Yesterday was a day where I should have watched football. I was at home. Last night I could have watched everything. Sunday, I thought, for some reason, I thought yesterday was Sunday, and then I just remembered that football was on, but it was Monday, and today is Tuesday. Am I right? Yes. So, could have watched Sunday, but I didn't end up doing that. I spent a lot of time with the family, and yesterday spent more time with the kids and everything. They downloaded this new game to where it seems like you're creating sinkholes on Xbox, and then. Erica likes this unpacking simulator. We're just unpacking like clothes and stuff. It looks weird, but apparently it's addicting. And I understand. I've played, weird games at times. So, all right, we have 180 likes. Get me to like 200 likes. Thomas Wilkinson, thank you for becoming a ProFits member. I appreciate that. I think the solution should be easy to understand, and not with a dozen of pages, long explanations that take mathematicians to understand. Probably. I mean, you have to complicate it a little bit. It should be easy to understand, and they should be able to step back and go, all right, this is what we're doing. This is the impact and all of this. I feel like if they had an ability to just grab Microsoft Whiteboard or a regular whiteboard, stand in front of it and go, these are the effects. This is what this is going to affect, and we'll be good. But Winston, as our QB, we are screwed for the season. Need a better QB. I mean, I feel like he could be coached, but he has games where he's like really good, and then games where he's just really bad. It's like there's no in between really, right? I'm confused. Isn't USTC repegging to $1 going to increase LUNC's price too? Or am I just waffling nonsense? So it depends. I mean, it's connected just by the people that are investing into it. So yes, it would push LUNC's price up too, just by seeing that absolutely run. Now, right now, we're not seeing that effect, but if we see it in more of a I would say a little bit more of a bullish market, because right now you have the entire market that's kind of pulling back, then you would see it run a little bit more. So you're right. But if they're looking to repeg it without including the algorithm, then it doesn't really include LUNC, so it shouldn't have as much of an impact. So if USTC repegs, what happens to the supply of LUNC? Will it decrease similar to how it increased when USTC is dumped? How does a repeg help LUNC? So it depends, right? Repegging and stabilizing the algorithm. You can also have a burning feature over in LUNC if it is tied to it. But if they're repegging it and just creating something to where they're creating this backing, so the backing would be BTC or a regular dollar or whatever, right? Whatever the backing actually is, then it's not really bringing in the algorithm that's in place. And I don't know if they're looking to stabilize that algorithm right now. I really don't. I haven't even read the new proposal that they have and what the concept is. What's happening with Shibarium? Has it been delayed again? Also, did you hear about Crypto.com facing possible bankruptcy? I've heard of Crypto.com facing possible bankruptcy multiple times from uncredible sources. So if this is a credible source, if you're seeing this from, I guess you can't really look at news sources and say all of them are credible. But if you see it from multiple news sources, then typically that's where the problem arises. But if there's just one news source that I've never heard of, I don't know who crypto politician is, then it may not be entirely true. You may have some hints to that because we've had hints to it before, but we've never seen some real news on Crypto.com facing possible bankruptcy, or facing bankruptcy, because we don't want to look at facing, I guess we probably want to look if it's possible. So let me look at it right now. Crypto, I know you have a news article that's there, but I want to see what's the news everywhere. So there is crypto politician that comes out. That's the only one that I'm seeing. A new tool shows that how much users lost in Celsius bankruptcy. So Celsius accept blah blah blah. Crypto exchange Coinbase gets regulatory approval in Singapore. Bankrupt crypto leader. So that's the only thing that I'm seeing. Crypto.com facing possible bankruptcy. So I haven't looked into this. Sponsors may be in jeopardy. It doesn't really have a lot of information to it. So I don't know how credible this is, because I've tried to look into it before, but I haven't really seen much. What's going on with Shibarium, though? I'm not sure what's happening with Shibarium. I know they called for what? It was Q3 that we were supposed to see at least something, right? A release, I guess. Q4, maybe we'll see it. I don't know. I know it's difficult to build a layer 2 solution, a layer 2 platform, because Loopring had troubles with it as well. So it's understandable. But they need to find a way to get this done, because this is the biggest form of burning from what we understand, similar to what we are seeing with like Terra Luna Classic with a regular burn rate. But I don't know if everybody will flow through Shibarium in order to trade, because at that point you may have to have a MetaMask wallet, and then you're going through Shibarium there in order to buy your Shiba Inu. But you still have to purchase another cryptocurrency in order to do that. Maybe it's Ethereum, maybe it's whatever. So I don't know. That depends on what your plans are. You're talking to somebody else. Winston throws into traffic every single game. It's scary watching him throw. Uh, there's a reason he threw more picks than TDs in a season. Yeah, I mean, that's true. He's definitely got an arm, though. Way more of an arm than what Drew Brees had, but Drew Brees just had accuracy and made the right decisions every single time. Um, that's why Drew Brees was who he was. And I mean, obviously, 2009 was freaking fantastic. But all these other years that, the Saints have been kind of, I don't know, taken out too early and by weird situations, whether it's a miracle in Minnesota or it's a pass interference play that wasn't called. Um, you know, it's difficult. It's difficult to say whether they would have won a championship at that point. I mean, I'm pretty sure they would have there, which means I think you're taking it away from. Wait, who did the Eagles beat for their Super Bowl? Was it? I don't remember who it was, but they were playing. I think they played Minnesota to get there, right? Do you crypto YouTubers get paid by any chance at all for any type of crypto you speak about? Always been curious. So not all cryptocurrencies you get paid for. It depends which one. So, and you have to kind of give specifics on what the form of payment is, because typically you get paid in whatever their coin is. So like for me with Lunatics token, I am a partner or an ambassador in Lunatics token, and would get paid coins from them in the beginning. Obviously, I like the position. This is why I decided to do that. It's kind of like being a partner. You give up something yourself, and they give up something as well. And that's how that works. I've done it. I do it with Zelda Inu as well. But when it comes to LUNC, it comes to Shiba Inu, it comes to all of these other plays that just have popularity to them. No, we're not getting paid from anybody that is involved. That's just purely off of popularity. And I saw a chance for potential gain, and obviously did gain something with Terra Luna Classic in the beginning. Other people did as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can reach out to somebody and be like, hey, I want to push it a little bit more. But I feel like Terra Luna Classic has enough popularity, enough people talking about it, that they don't need any type of ambassadors or partners at all. And the reason being, they were popular before and they crashed, which created an ability for everyone to buy rather than, just seeing people that had money being able to buy. And then boom, now their popularity is through the roof, even though they're at a lower market cap and a lower price, which is insane. So to answer your question, which is a long-winded answer, yes, YouTubers do get paid by some of the coins that they get, but the form of payment, again, you have to specify, because if you're getting the coins and you believe in the project, you don't want to sell those coins. Now, if you get paid in the form of cash, which should be the case in a lot of them, then that's a different story, to where you're actually getting the cash, because I can't do anything with any of the coins that I have, and I don't want to do anything with it. I mean, I can. Technically, if I wanted to, I can sell whatever I wanted to sell, but I don't want to, because I believe in the project. When you believe in a project, you have to stick with it. But when you're doing like some sort of a sponsorship deal or something like that, you always get paid in the form of cash. With cryptocurrency, you get paid in the form of crypto, which, if you care about other investors, you don't want to sell, especially before anybody else makes a move. USTC right now is FOMO, waiting for the collapse. I hear you. I'm not looking to buy into USTC. I mean, I'm getting new USTC as I'm investing on Terra Station. We like you as Mel, Matthew. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's about believing in the project. Hey, Matt, glad to see you didn't officially quit. What is your opinion on LUNC getting to the tens of cents, at least in the near future? Can repeg do it? So for LUNC to get to tens of cents, right, to get to a penny is a $60 billion market cap right now, right? To get to 10 times that penny, you're looking at a $600 billion market cap currently. So you need burns to affect it. So yes, the repeg can do it depending what methods they're taking, what path they're taking, how the algorithm is going to be re-enabled and all of this stuff. You could see burning that's being affected there. And then also the 1.2%, if we can see that fully implemented everywhere. It's only been, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. It's only been a little bit of time. So hopefully we can find time to apply pressure and continue to burn 1.2%, not only on chain, but find a way to do it off chain. It doesn't make sense to me, and it never will make sense to me, why a CEX has so much power over a cryptocurrency. You know, cryptocurrencies are the reason why these exchanges are running, why these exchanges are making money, why these exchanges are able to pay some sort of or charge some sort of a fee for people to invest on them. But it sucks that cryptocurrencies can create whatever coding they want and say that we're burning this much, we do this tax for this reason, and the CEXs just don't live by those standards. They should live by those standards. It should be something as simple as them saying, you know what, you're the cryptocurrency, you charge 10%, we will charge 10%. That's how that goes. It's not about just their fee, right? Because if something is so popular, they want people to trade on that platform. So like, you know what? We're not going to do your burn. We want people to come and trade on our platform. And the way that they do that is by, you know, having the best benefit possible, which is not paying as much money or getting more money in your wallet, right? So it sucks. It does suck because they shouldn't have this much control. The cryptocurrency says what they want to do, and they should definitely find an ability to delist themselves from a platform, right? I don't know why that's not a thing, to be able to take yourself off of a platform that doesn't implement the burn tax. But because they end up buying your coin and they hold your coin as a form of liquidity on their platform. And it sucks. It absolutely sucks. But, you know, they're showing that they control so much out of it. But they shouldn't control it. If it's in your coding, it should be there. It should be in every coding everywhere, no matter where you're trading. You know, that's the way that I think. Where's my other? I don't know where my other thing is. Oh, wait, here it is. So we got 487 people here, guys. Make sure that you hit the like button. I'm going to play another ad right now. And I think Twitch, they already got that under control. But I do appreciate people on Twitch. Games are cool, Matt. They are cool. I do like playing games. I've been playing Dreamlight Valley for the last maybe 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know if anybody has played it, but it is a Disney game to where you basically go around and go in different realms, and it's kind of like The Sims, but with Disney characters, and it's pretty cool. I don't know why I've been playing it a lot, and now I think officially a pumpkin millionaire, which is what they classify it as, because you plant pumpkins and you sell it to get more money. But yeah, I've been playing that game for a long time, and I haven't streamed any of it. I can stream some of it. I think I can play it on this Xbox if I download it. I think it'll give me the same information or the same data because it goes across the cloud. Russia recently bombed the German embassy, and nuclear exchange is probable. This will probably be bad for LUNC. It'll probably be bad for the crypto market, not just LUNC. So the crypto market in general, I would agree. So I'm not up to date on a lot of that stuff. I probably should be. You sell your bags then if you don't believe in it. We don't need that kind of negative people over here. I mean, people can have negativity. Anybody can have negativity. I've shown negativity from time to time, but you also want to understand that we are in this for the most positive reasons possible, obviously. The CEXs are starting to sound very centralized. Yeah, I mean, that's why that's why they are centralized exchanges. CEXs are like the government. They control so much when it's like, this is the information that we have with the coding. Why should they come out and say, you know what, we're not going to do that? Oh, you shouldn't be able to choose if that's the case, right? We can decide to implement the burn tax within it. And if that's what our coin does, then our coin needs to do that across the board, or else our coin isn't what our coin says it is, right? You say one chain can do it, but off chain won't. How are we comfortable with that? Like, that's the problem. If we're comfortable with something like that, then we can be comfortable with them changing anything. Like Lunatics token, you shouldn't be comfortable with that as well, because let's say you do list on Binance, your 10% tax is not going to be associated on Binance unless you find a way to argue it. So everybody should be furious with the fact that they're not letting a cryptocurrency do what it's said to do, right? The main idea behind some cryptocurrencies could be that they do have a tax, and they do burn their own coin, and they do make their own situation a lot more valuable. But CEXs decide to say, you know what? I don't want to do it. I don't agree with what you're doing, so I'm going to put your cryptocurrency here, but we're not going to apply the same tax because we don't believe in your method. They know better than you do, apparently. That's what just screams government for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not actually the government, but they're trying to control everything. Why would I listen to, let's see, what is T saying? Overall crypto market will go to 500 billion. So in theory, it will tank altcoins another 40%. You think altcoins are going to drop down to 90+% of a decrease? Because if it goes down that low, we're going to see it. We'll see Bitcoin. Because right now, the lowest that, or the highest percentage that it has dropped is 75%, I believe, which is higher than the last drop that we've seen, which was like 80% or 84%. So I think we're right there. I don't believe we're going to pass 17.7, but if we do, I mean, that's fine. I mean, it creates more buying opportunity for whenever that bull run does happen. Negativity is okay. Lack of intelligence is different. Anyone who sits here with thinking and not mentioning is it. Investing, continually learning, pivoting, and the unpredictable. I have an open mind. I hear you. Hi, Matt. Thanks for your great work. Quick question regarding USTC. Would a repeg of USTC possibly help many wrapped Luna holders? I mean, it should help Luna in general, and wrapped Luna is tied to the Terra Luna price. I'm pretty sure. The issue of people getting out of wrapped Luna somewhere, somehow, like people in Coinbase or anything, I don't know what's going to happen there. But I don't think like Coinbase will relist Terra Luna Classic, even though a lot of people are pushing for it. It would be great to be able to have Terra Luna Classic, but I don't think they will list it. That's just my opinion. Where's the best place to buy USTC? If you wanted to go and look for the best place to buy it or where you want to buy it, depends what your priorities are. If you want to include the 1.2% in your purchase of USTC, then you probably want to buy it on chain. If you don't want to include it, you know, you can go and still buy it on any of these platforms that are here. So go over to CoinMarketCap, pick a platform, and buy it there. Okay, fine. You can ride back up from the bottom. If repegs to $1, how much would LUNC be worth? Depends what LUNC burns, but LUNC you'll probably see rise just as much of a market cap rise for Terra Luna Classic USD. So, or sorry, Terra Classic USD. So if like say the supply ends up decreasing, because the more volume that we see in here, the more burns that we end up seeing, which decreases that overall supply. So say if we can get to a, let's say $5 billion market cap, expect Terra Luna Classic to run to maybe a $6 billion market cap, adding on another $5 billion, which would get it to a level of a tenth of a penny. So that's what I would expect, but it's not a given. That's not automatically going to happen. Guys, we have 487 people here, 280 likes. Would love to get to 350. 350 is not a huge difference away from 485, or a huge difference away from where we are at 280. So please hit the like button. I'm out from Australia. Hey, you should make a date for every LUNC holder to burn $10 where their own token. This would burn trillions. Yes, it technically would, but it would also affect people that are kind of the less fortunate, right? If you're holding Terra Luna Classic, whether you are a big holder or a small holder, it should be percentage based. And I think the percentage base shouldn't be about people taking their own money and burning it, because if you do that, then you're just taking fresh money and you're saying that it's okay to just throw it in the trash. But if you take any of your rewards, so say for the people that do have it, take any of your rewards, and that's what we should be burning, right? I don't want to send that message to where people need to burn their own money, because people get tired of burning their own money. And then they realize, like, I did so much for the community, and, the community's not doing enough for me, and they feel left out or they feel like they're doing the biggest part, and they give up on doing any type of burning because they're wasting their own money. And then you can also look at the people that have only $10 invested. I've seen people that only have $10 or only have $100 invested. They're giving up 10% or even 100% of their balance or their position in order to do that, versus someone like me that may be giving up way less than that, like way less than 1%, way less than 0.1%. Hi, Matt. How much you have USTC? I shouldn't have much. If I go to my wallet here, I have 1,500 USTC. I don't really have that much, but I'm constantly gaining it over here in Terra Station. So that's how much USTC I have. What happened to the burn a lot initiative? I haven't seen anyone really talk about that. So that's the issue. That's what I'm talking about. People misinterpret the whole burn a lot, right? You're burning off a certain amount and then you hashtag burn a lot. I'm burning off, a ton of my coins, but it's people burning off their own money, right? It gets tiring after a while. That's what happened with Shiba Inu, and you're pitching the wrong message. We don't need to just burn our own hard-earned money in order to make sure that everybody else burns their own hard-earned money, because you're not going to see the majority of people that do that. So we need to pitch something that's realistic, something where people are not giving up what they've put in. They're giving up maybe what they have gained an extra. So for me, I burned off 146K coins of my rewards. Now, it's not millions, but 10 of those people that do the same thing for a week, we're looking at, a million there, right? And that's just 10 people versus People that are taking, you know, $10, $20, $100 of their own money and putting it towards it. And then you have other people that are putting even more. They end up getting really tired of doing it. And then they just give up on burns completely. So we don't want that. We want consistency. Consistency is key when it comes to burning, when it comes to, you know, decreasing the overall supply. Looks like Shiba is trending right now. I have to check that out. I mean, since you only invested $40, you would be throwing away 1/4 of your investment if you burn $10. Technically, I wouldn't, because yes, I only invested $40, but I also took profit. I have $5,000 profit, so it would be a very small amount in the end. But from the beginning standpoint, yes, it would be 1/4 of my investment. So for me, it's not a problem. For other people that invested only $10 at the moment, like right now, not back then, $10, they may be giving up so much more out of it by giving up $10 here. Do you think $1 is possible by mid next year? Do I think it's possible? You got to understand the difference between possible and I wouldn't say realistic, but going to happen. Possible and going to happen. When people say, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Anything could happen. But will it happen, in my opinion? What's the probability of it happening? It's probably a low chance. And the reason why it's a low chance is because we don't see anything in place right now that's going to get us to that place by next year. And if the reason why it's still possible, even though we don't see it, is because anything could change. So they could say, exchanges could come out and say, you know what, 0.1% is not working. We're going to do 1.2%, and we're going to implement it on KuCoin, Gate.io, Binance, all of these platforms. And then, you know, we're making moves. You know, we see everything moving aggressively, but we don't know if that's going to happen. We don't know if they'll backtrack. We don't know. The unknown is what makes it interesting, but also what makes people fear it the most. So for me, I'm interested. I obviously already gained quite a bit, but you know, that's why I always tell people to accept some sort of profit so that they don't feel as horrible about investing, let's say $500, and they turn that $500 into $2,000 and they take $1,000 out, leave $1,000 in there. They have their initial investment plus profit. They could sit on whatever they have. Man, USTC is flying today. It does look like it's making a pretty decent sized move today. Matt, which platform are you using to trade in crypto? Is there any good news around LUNC? Because I doubt to hold LUNC further. I'm still holding LUNC now. Is there any good news around LUNC? I mean, there's a lot of great news around LUNC. We're seeing burns every single day. We're probably at a level to where we are the most stable. It's crazy how stable we were around this like 27 to 30 range, even to 32. We were very, very stable around here, even as things were coming back. Now we're seeing the crypto market come back, and LUNC is coming back a little bit more than the crypto market, which is, I guess, understandable. So with the stability, with the amount of holders, the popularity, I would say that's all you really need in order to understand what the growth and what the potential is of this position. Now, what crypto platforms do I trade on? I trade on Coinbase, Crypto.com. I have my wallets, my Terra Station wallet, MetaMask wallet, Trust wallet. I have a lot of different platforms. I have my Zelda Inu over on LBank. You know, so yeah, I have a bunch of different platforms. I would say the most used is probably Coinbase, just because of how easy it is to use. Low fees as well. It just makes it simple. If you're using advanced, it's low fees. What are your realistic predictions for mid next year? I don't know. At this rate, I'd probably look in the same range, you know, in the percentages of a penny. I don't really expect it to get to, I don't want to expect it to get to a penny by mid next year. If it does, great. I'm all for it. We most likely will make moves as it does get to a penny. However, I don't know what they're going to do. And it's so tough. If people say that they do know what they're going to do, they're lying to you. They don't. And I don't. But my expectation is anything around a penny would be fantastic by mid next year, because I would take a bit of profit during that time. But majority of it would still sit in there. Because based on my crypto potential spreadsheet, let me go ahead and close my screen real quick so I can bring up your crypto potential spreadsheet. Which one is it? So for my crypto potential spreadsheet, let me take this out. I'll bring up my screen in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So for my crypto, that is bright. Just looking at it on screen, it looks so bright. And I can't even see any of the numbers at all. But yeah, my crypto potential spreadsheet, you can see here, right around 1 penny, I will take like 24,000 coins, or sorry, 2 million coins would be 24 or 15 or $16,000, which I can take that. That's adding on to the 5,000 that I already had. And not to mention how much I'm probably going to gain in the end, because right now I have 44 million. I may have 46 million at that time. I may have 47 or 50 million at that time, depending how much I'm getting from, Terra Luna Classic, what is staked over in Terra Station, and then also what is invested with Lunatics token. I'm gaining Terra Luna Classic with them as well. So whatever I'm gaining, I'm happy with it, because with 44 million, I'm happy with whatever I can gain. And if I can gain 45 million, even better, right? And that means that I'll have probably 44 million here if I have 46 million or something, or 47 million or 50 million, whatever. But right around this level, I'm going to increase it as much as I'm getting. So say if I have 44 million, anything that is above 42 million, I will take and sell. So if I have 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, depending when this does get to 0.008, I will take all of that during that time frame, 0.008. And then when it gets to a penny, I most likely won't do anything. But I will take at least $15,000 from this, if not way more than that. But I'm going to leave 42 in here, and my plan is remaining the same. As it gets to 5 cents, I'll take another 2 million. And depending how much I'm gaining in Terra Station, I may end up taking a little bit more. So it just, every single step. So no matter how much I have above this, I'm going to take anything above 42 million. And then when it gets to here, I'm going to take anything that's above 40 million at 5 cents. So if it's 2 million that I end up taking, great. If it's 3 million I end up taking, even better. And that'll be $100,000, and that will hold me over. And these continuous sells will hold me over until that next bigger sell. So the next one, obviously at 10 cents, will be one of the largest ones, with $500,000 there. But that's my plan. And I don't expect it. I'm not going to go overly aggressive with it. I already have profit. And turning $40 into 5,000 is fantastic. Turning $40 into 20,000, because including this 15 plus the 5 is even better. Turning $40 into 100,000, I mean, I'll take that any day of the week as well. So we will see how all of this plays out. But this is why you find a place to take profit. It's not about it always getting to $1, because you never know if that is going to happen. Anything could change. Right, it could be to a point to where Terra Luna Classic is not the most important piece, and USTC is, right? So I went to the Zelda market, and you went to Zelda market, and LBank is not there. Yeah, I guess they're doing like an update or something. I can't remember exactly what they said, but there's an update in it, and it's just not communicating directly to CoinMarketCap to say that it is there. But I'm gaining my APY. I have it still sitting over in LBank. I even showed it on my last portfolio update video. So yeah, I'm still gaining my APY, which I think is like 26%. Let's see. Imagine LUNC as a payment gateway. I think seeing LUNC as a form of payment is great, is very, very great. But we also need to see, not only with the utility, we also need to see that overall supply obviously come down. That has to be the thing that we really focus on. But utility is very important. And we will see utility. We will see LUNC as a form of payment in so many different places, and a better use case across the board. But right now, we're not seeing that. And we're focused on how we can get the supply down to a reasonable state to where we're not looking at positions that are less than a penny anymore. We want to look at things that are above a penny, that are above 25 cents, that are above $1, and find things that are popular that are in a that I can that are in the range of currency that I can pull out of my pocket. Right? I can't pull a tenth of a penny or 1% of a penny out of my pocket. Like, I can't do that. I can cut it up and maybe get 1% of a penny out of it, but that's going to be very difficult. I can cut up a dollar and get 1% of a dollar, but I want to get to a point where I can pull it out of my pocket. That should be the currency that we should see there. So if Terra Luna Classic is true community, and when the whales are out of it for a while and we own most of it, let's vote that no one person or assignees or organization can own more than enough. I mean, yeah, that's obviously where we want to go, but the issue is that you're always going to have popular exchanges, and the exchanges are the ones that buy the positions and create more of the popularity. I mean, kind of without Binance, you would have to buy on all these other platforms, and you're not including Coinbase there. You're only looking at Gate.io, you're looking at Kraken, you're looking at kind of lower tier exchanges with less users. So that's the reason why they have so much, is because of that. But I think we should just get to a point to where no CEX can say that the tax that's on their chain or in their coding is not believable or usable or anything like that, right? We should be using those taxes for any of the currencies that include them. USTC's wonder performance, yeah. Don't invest with what if. That's true. You should never invest with a what if. Now you do have to understand that what ifs are also potential, because you're like, what is the potential of this position? Well, it could get to this. We could see this happen. So everything's really a what if. But if it's like, what if this becomes a payment hub for whatever? It's definitely a fine line you'd be walking. I can't say that you should never invest on a what if, but it's definitely a tricky situation. I haven't been able to pull a penny out of my pocket since 2013. I've been able to pull pennies out of my pocket. I try and teach my children about money, Harper about money. I took her to the store so that she can understand what she would buy with $1. And she ended up buying like 2 lollipops and like a Krabby Patty, a little Krabby Patty gummy thing. And just letting her understand how money works, and that she can't spend more. Because right now, like, she'll go to the store, or we'll go to the store, and she's like, oh, I want this. And I'm like, well, we budgeted this much to spend, and we're not going to spend that much. And she doesn't understand, or she didn't understand that concept. But I think now she really understands it, because she only had $1 and she couldn't buy everything that she wanted. So we had to go through, even though that gas station didn't put any prices on any of their products, which I don't know if that's legal. It may be like illegal to do. I feel I feel like doing that, you have to ask what the price is, and then they just give you a price based on what you look like. So like, oh, well, that candy is instead of it being $2, let's say that candy is $4. But luckily, I even told the guy, I was like, look, I'm trying to teach her about prices, and you guys don't have any prices here. Buy LUNC if you want profit now. All I know is I'm thinking about finding the right place to buy. I think I might be buying Ethereum soon. I might be buying another Ethereum right now, actually. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy another Ethereum right now. Let me bring this over here. Let me go on Coinbase. Even if it does find a way to come back down, it's still at a good price to buy. So, especially for the long term, and that's where I'm looking to have that. It's for a more longer term push. And not crazy long term, but I'm looking for the next, maybe 6 months, I would say. Because everything that's going into Ethereum, or a lot of it that's going into Ethereum, I want to use as like the tax money. I want to use from tax money that I have. So that's going into Ethereum. If it obviously decreases, then I have a loss there. So I can write that off. I can only write off to a certain amount, but we will see how all of this plays out. I don't need to deposit cash. Why would I need to deposit cash? I just want to invest into an asset. What are you doing, lady? All right, here we go. Let's see. So right now I have Ethereum. It's all invested in Ethereum too. I don't want that. I want to, well, technically I do. Gaining any type of percentage is obviously a great thing. So let me buy another Ethereum. Why is this not working? Give me 1 second, guys. Let me go with advanced Ethereum to USD, and we are going to buy 1 Ethereum. 1 ETH. Estimated fee is $7. That's pretty high. $7.70. I want less of a fee. Did I purchase it? All right. Yes, I did. I did purchase it. Boom. What are the catalysts are required for ETH to reach 10K per coin? When could the flipping happen? Will the regulation help? So I don't think regulation will help cryptocurrency at all. I don't really like regulation. I guess some regulation as to any of these scams that are put out there, that could be something that could help a lot of these top tier cryptocurrencies instead of seeing money flow into these currencies that are nothing. That makes sense. But when it comes to ETH getting to 10K, I do see that happening. Right? Ethereum, I think the flipping will happen in the next bull run. And the reason why is because we see so many more use cases that are better than what you have with Bitcoin. I understand Bitcoin is like kind of, the first to be, popular, the first to be here, to be a thing, and is supposed to be known as the world currency, or future value will be the world currency. But I don't see it. If it's not environmentally friendly, it doesn't make sense. If it's not something, that people can look at and go, all right, well, we can mine more Bitcoin, and it doesn't take a crazy amount of energy to mine more Bitcoin. At this point, it takes so much energy to mine Bitcoin, it's just crazy, right? Ethereum is a different story, right? Decreasing the energy consumption by 99.9%. And then also being able to have the ability to burn the overall supply, as well as seeing things that are, that it's stakeable, and that it's going to cost less, that we're going to see more transactions go through, the speeds, all of that stuff is just going to be huge. So I think Ethereum, the flippening will happen in the next bull run. You will see kind of touch points to where it's looking like it's going to happen, but then Bitcoin holders are going to invest heavily into Bitcoin, pushing that up, making sure Bitcoin stays as it was in the past. But Ethereum is going to be huge. I don't know when it's going to get to 10K, but I know it will. And it's not just solely on the fact that it will have a higher market cap. It's also that it may have a lower supply with the amount that could come off the top. Don't you ever talk about XRP? So that's funny that you mentioned that. Maybe you already knew that I had a video that I did on XRP on my NFA channel, my Not Financial Advice channel. I uploaded a video. Let me go back to my channel here and go to different associated channels. Sorry. If you go to my other channels, you're going to see that I have an NFA channel, which if you click into it, you're going to see that I had XRP that I uploaded a video on. So there's a lot of different positions that I'm going to be talking about here. And today's video will be on Doge, is what it's showing over on Patreon. If you want to vote on whatever this is, whatever cryptocurrency we talk about next, you can vote over on Patreon and get your vote in the door. It looks like Doge is going to be the clear winner here. I hope. I mean, people can come and vote some more. We only have 15 votes right now. But we will keep talking about different cryptocurrencies and then add more in. But yeah, I have talked about XRP. I don't talk about it often. I haven't invested into it right now. I'm waiting for maybe a little bit of a better price. If you do see that come down a little bit more, then that's where I'll make that purchase. But right now, it's not the case. What fundamentals? Sometimes with those videos, I talk myself into how much potential that a position actually has. What fundamentals are there now for ETH? ETH is now a whale controlled by Shiba Inu. Ever since the merge, it seems dangerous to invest. Is now a whale controlled by Shiba Inu? Why is it a whale controlled by Shiba Inu? I'm saying majority of what you have invested in or with ETH, you're probably looking at some of the top tier Ethereum coins, and even Ethereum bridges as well. So I wouldn't say that it's controlled by Shiba Inu, but Shiba Inu does have a big impact because it's an Ethereum coin. It's an ERC20 coin that's worth $5.6 billion. But it's not majority controlled by Shiba Inu. That's only 5 billion of that $157 billion market cap. So Ethereum, you're waiting for all of these rollups to happen, all of these layer 2 solutions, these layer 2 platforms, and I need to see what's going to happen next, because I don't really know everything that's going to happen next. I'm still hyped to see what is the unknown. And during these bull runs, you'll see more and more things that are coming out on Ethereum. Thank you, Matt, for clarifying. I will subscribe to the other channel. Yeah, I talked about XRP over there, and I will continue to talk about other positions, and you'll see a lot of them come up. And again, today's is going to be Dogecoin. USTC should be renamed to FOMO and Crash. I mean, that's typically what you see whenever you have any type of increase in positions, especially an increase like that. USTC increased up to 6 cents. Over the last month, we can see that the high is where it is, or close to, right now. Over the last year, obviously, we saw it at $1. But over the last month, we've seen it at 6 cents. I think we've seen this at 12 cents over the last 2 months or so, maybe 3 months. But it does have an ability to increase and does fall back down pretty heavily. So people are asking me the question, and I see it come up, is should I sell my USTC now? It's pumping too hard. Should I sell it right now? That's totally up to you. If you bought USTC as an investment, and And it doesn't hurt to take your initial investment if you gained your profit, because the most likely it's going to come back down. That's how investments work, right? I gained USTC for free, and I don't know how much it's worth dollar wise. I'm not going to make that move right now because it's not really a huge investment that I had. Like, I didn't invest $10,000 or in 10,000 coins or something like that. I didn't do that. And I don't really plan to do that. What was invested was what was given to me by Terra Station. ETH to $100 soon. Do you think ETH is going down to $100? Why is USTC pumping hard? Probably because of the further interest in the repeg. So with any type of interest in something, and if you see hype around a network or a network of coins, I guess, that's where you start to see the hype build up price potential. And we're seeing that 120% in volume. We're also seeing a lot that's increasing in the on-chain, which creates burns. So that's a good situation. If I had $1 million and that included food and rent, I would put in the full 1 million XRP is worth the research. It's pending a global banking replacement. So XRP, again, I talked myself into it as I was talking about it, but I do want to find a better price point. Even though it's at a good price point for the long term, I'm never invested into cryptocurrency really for the long term, unless they provide me with some sort of APY. So that's just my way of investing. It's not saying that I don't believe in the position. It's just my way of investing doesn't really fit with what they have right now. Sell USTC when it's supposed to be $1. Insane. So yes, what I'm saying is that if you gained your profit, let's say you invested $1,000 or you invested and now you have 10,000 or 100,000 coins. It's always great to protect your initial investment. No matter how much you stand to gain at $1, there's always a chance that this could easily pull back. And if it does increase, you didn't take your full skin out of the game. I never tell anybody to sell everything because you're taking everything off the table. I will never sell everything because I won't take everything off the table. If you do that, then you lose twice. Even if it does decrease, you still end up, I mean, you could technically win there. So I don't know why I said that. So if it does just decrease and you sell everything, you technically won and you predicted the right way. However, that's not going to happen every single time. But if it does increase, if you sell half of it and it does increase, you didn't take any skin out of the game. Yes, you did take some of it out, but you protected yourself just in case that decrease does happen. Hopefully that makes sense. Waiting for LUNC to collapse to 0.00015, then buying. Most of the market seems focused on USTC. CPI will push LUNC down hard if numbers are bad. So I don't know if CPI has that much of an effect on Terra Luna Classic. We've seen this in the past that it doesn't, and it hasn't. Yes, the overall market will have an impact on things, but it seems like Terra Luna Classic has more of an impact on itself. If you see an increase or something that stabilizes for a while, it decreases more than what the crypto market is falling. The crypto market is falling 2% today, and LUNC is falling 7% today. So when you see something like that, that tells you that it's falling off trend or flows off trend. So anything that does flow with CPI data, I'm not so sure that it will run or move with anything there. It will play catch up and probably move 1 or 2% based on that, but not based on just CPI data, in my opinion. I would say that's the way that I feel, but it doesn't really flow with the rest of the market. You're starting to see it get closer and closer to a certain level, right? It's up 2% in the last hour. I don't know if Erica is getting Harper and Aiden up. I don't even know if she was in the room when I left, to tell you the truth. So Harper's out of her bed. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm going to play an ad and I'll be right back. Also on Saltcoin. I'd have to go into that in a different time frame. Guys, if you could hit the like button, please do so. We're almost at 400 likes. Would love to get to 450. That would be amazing. So please hit the like button. If someone has a good idea for additional burns, would that go through Terra Station or start it myself? I mean, you don't have to go through Terra Station in order to do it. You don't have to go through, I don't know who you would really go through a Terra Station, but you're saying Terra Rebels. You don't have to go through anybody to start something, but if you want more support, you obviously want to be able to have popularity behind whatever this method is. And if you're looking for it to affect the masses, and it does affect the masses in a form of a proposal, you might need to go through the Terra Rebels. Guys, does anyone know anything about Grove Coin? I've never heard of it. Or maybe I have, but I don't know much about it right now. Chair, do you like cheese in the morning? I can eat cheese in the morning. I have eaten cheese in the morning. I've eaten things that are not morning food in the morning. I eat breakfast for lunch because a lot of times I don't eat breakfast. But then there's some times where I'm starving and I physically have to eat it. Richard, whoa, the $50 super chat. Thank you for stopping by. I hope people, if they have any extra money, are buying these dips. I personally think we will see a huge run by the end of the month. However, I think we will fall a little more first. Not financial advice. Of course, it's not financial advice. But yeah, I think you're right. The point about buying at the lows, no one can predict where the absolute lows are. But if you understand that it's valuable above where you're buying, then you set yourself up for success. There are a lot of people that miss the low points because they feel like it's going to go a lot higher, right? So yeah, they feel like it's going to go a lot. They feel like it's going to go a lot lower. So they're like, all right, well, you know what? I'm not going to invest into this position right now. I'm not going to invest into Ethereum because it's at 1,200. 1,284 is just too high. We've seen this at 900. We're going to see this at $100 or whatever, right? Do you feel like this is valuable above $1,284? Has it shown that it's valuable above $1,284? Well, it has. If you go into Ethereum, you're going to see that history has shown, I just bit my lip and that hurt. History has shown that this was above that level. Even previously, it was just up to $2,000. Has resisted a little bit, but it was up to $2,000. So even from where it is right now, you're looking at each coin that you have, you're gaining an extra $600 on top of it. So $1,200 just by moving up to $2,000, or just by moving up to $3,000, you're gaining an extra $2,000 on top of it per coin that you buy. So currently I have 2 Ethereum. They're both in Ethereum too, but I have 2 Ethereum, and we're sitting on that and waiting for that to make some moves. Obviously gaining a percentage, gaining an APY while we're waiting. And I will continue to invest in Ethereum because I feel like Ethereum will be a huge player and will be valued well over $10,000 in my opinion. And not only will the market cap increase up to, maybe $1 trillion market cap, which sounds crazy, but it will find a way to get to that $1 trillion market cap. You also see, supply that ends up coming off the top of it. So, whether you're going into, BNB here and looking at the amount of holders, looking at the amount of Ethereum that's over here, looking at the amount that could be maybe burned off in a way, thrown to a dead wallet or something. Yeah. I mean, it's huge. Sorry. It's huge to understand what the potential could be for Ethereum, or it's huge to understand what the potential could be for a lot of positions that are here. And the crazy thing is, we are showing low points. XRP is down 6%. That's great. Cardano is down 5%. Right? That could be another $390 that I put into it, another $1,000 that I end up getting for ADA, which may end up being a purchase for me. So anyways, thank you, Richard, for that super chat. I appreciate that. Dan, thank you for that $5. Thoughts on Salt coin will depend on where it's thrown. In the eyes, not so good. That's true. That's very, very true. Very, very true. Gotta break the fast, Matt. Yeah, I mean, I like doing fasting, but sometimes it's a struggle. It's a real struggle with a family, because it's like I would have to meal prep and always eat my own meals. But again, I want to cook for the family. Erica cooks, and then we end up eating at weird hours. Sometimes we'll eat at 7, which means I only have an hour after that, to where I have to kind of not eat as much as I can, but at least get something before my eating period ends and my fasting begins. Because my typical fast would go from 8 at night until 12 in the afternoon. And that usually sits pretty well. It would work out in the morning. You will burn a lot of fat because your body is accessing, or your body is trying to attack the fat. Your body is storing the fat in order to just maintain life. So we're attacking that fat while we're working out and on an empty stomach. Obviously not going like a crazy aggressive on that, because if you go too aggressive, you don't have any food in your stomach. But then afterwards, you do get some protein and everything that you need. I love doing that. It really does help out. It's just so difficult with a family. And maybe I'm making excuses. I personally won't allow it to get that low again. You won't allow what to get that low again? Loving the free coins on Terra Station. So am I. Everybody should. And they spotted Do Kwon in New Jersey. Who is they? Who is they? Yes, please tell me. I'm waiting on ADA to hit a quarter. You're waiting on ADA to go down to 25 cents. That may be a little too low, because if you look at Cardano, it hasn't, even at the lowest points of the market, this is the lowest price that we've been, right? So if we look at over a month, we're going to see that where we currently is around the lowest price that we've been. A year, this is the lowest price that we have really been. So where we are, we're very close to where those lows are. Yes, if it does hit a quarter, that'll be fantastic, and I'll continue to average in, continue to buy, because that just makes sense. If I'm getting another 1,000 for 250 instead of 350 or 380 or 390, I'll take that. But I will continue to add more and more to this position, knowing what Cardano can be and will be. Maintain life. Fasting is great. Fasting is great. How to deposit on Terra Station. You can buy on like Binance or KuCoin, and you can end up depositing there. So all you do is deposit your money on Binance, on KuCoin, on I guess not MetaMask, on crypto.com. And you can send it directly to Terra Station from there. You just have to send it to your wallet. The problem is that you can't buy on Terra Station, which it should be a thing, and I've been saying should definitely be a thing that we should focus on. Being able to purchase, creating liquidity on Terra Station should be the one concern that we should have. Because if we can buy directly on that platform, like what people do, with MetaMask, you can buy the coins directly on that platform. You can buy AVAX directly on that platform. You should be able to buy Terra Luna Classic on Terra Station. And you should be able to access the Terra network on MetaMask. How can we not do those? Those should be the things that they should focus on. Terra Rebels should be able to access the Terra network on MetaMask. I don't know how you get to doing that, but we should be able to do that. And we should also be able to buy directly on Terra Station. Because if you can buy Terra Luna Classic in the Terra network on MetaMask, just like you can buy CRO or buy AVAX or buy BNB or Ethereum, that would help out with the on-chain transactions. People don't have to go through Binance in order to do that. They can go directly through their own network, their own blockchain. Going out for a kebab and coffee. I hope people start taking profit on USTC. The market cycles dictate after FOMO is the panic. People need to read the proposal. 3 to 5 year process before repegging. I mean, that's great, but I feel like you have to be conservative on some of those, so it may end up taking a little bit less time for that. But yes, I understand where they're coming from, where you're coming from too. People should be finding a way to take some sort of profit. What is the circulating supply of Luna before the crash? It was, I believe, the circulating supply was like 270 or 300 million. And during the crash, it increased to using all of the max supply, which was 1 billion. But then ended up getting to where it was at, multiple billions or tens of billions, and then obviously jumped to trillions. Well, jumped to hundreds of billions and then trillions. But the jump or the leap from like 500 billion to like 6 trillion was huge. It was unexpected, I'll tell you that. Or take profit now and you'll be disappointed if it crashes. What? If you take profit now, you won't be disappointed when it crashes. Is that what you're trying to say? Where can I sell USTC or at least swap it? You can swap it on a lot of places. I mean, if you go on some of the platforms like Binance and I think Kraken and all of that, you can swap it there. You can also swap your USTC on Terra Station to LUNC if you wanted to. And you can stake your LUNC if you want to there. But yeah, I mean, it should be easy to swap. Oh man, hungry today. I'm super hungry today. It's 7:41. I have cat hair on the top of my. Come on, man. What do you think about Big Eyes coin? What's up with all these coins? Terra Station I did works super. I don't know what Big Eyes coin is, but it sounds. I don't know what that is. It's not coming up on Coin Market Cap. So yeah, I'm thinking about what I should purchase right now because I have like an extra $1,700 at this point. So I'm thinking about definitely getting some Cardano here, but I just don't know exactly where. I'm thinking that 5% is a good enough drop to buy some Cardano. I currently have a decent amount of Cardano. I can't remember exactly how much, but I currently have, let me actually go over here and check it out. Go over to my assets and go to Cardano. I have $1,161 or $1,165 of Cardano. Yeah, I could also buy more Polymath if I wanted to, or Algorand. Algorand's not a bad position. I always like to invest in the ones that I have, like the positions that I have most invested into. The reason why is because, you know, I obviously believe in those. With Big Eyes coin, make sure not to get too much salt in the make sure not to get too much salt coin in them, you should have said. You're right. So I don't want to sell my ETH2, but I'm looking to wrap it. So let's switch. Let's go back here. So back to assets, we'll go back to Ethereum, and we will. I wasn't looking to buy Ethereum, but I do want to stake it. There we go. I understand. Earn up to 3.88% APY. Your Ethereum 2 will earn 3.88 APY in staking rewards in exchange for helping secure the network. Trade and transfer restrictions. After staking, you'll be temporarily unable to sell your ETH2 until we enable ETH2 trading. We do have a way to unwrap it, though. It seems like it. Sell or send ETH2 by unwrapping it. If you want to sell or send your ETH2 after staking, you can wrap it for Coinbase ETH. Still secure in the network, so that's what I'm doing. It's not going to cost me anything, right, to stake it. Nope. And I'll just stake another one. Super chat hype. Yes. Why I don't receive any Lunatics token anymore? I've staked 40 million, but got like 2.5 million, but not anymore. Why don't you get any Lunatics token anymore? You should receive Lunatics token. If you staked your Lunatics coin, you get Lunatics token and Lunic. But you have to claim it. $88 XRP got beef. Charles Hoskinson is live right now, going at XRP, shaking my head. XRP got to do better. Well, that's not good. I mean, it may be good. It may be all right. Come on, why is this not updated? Should be receiving my APY on Ethereum, which is great to have. I think 2.2 Ethereum. I think that's what it is. Let me go here and let me see exactly how much I have, but I know I have over 2. It's 2.15. I have 2.15 Ethereum. Yeah. And let's just hope for the best. I'll continue to add more to Ethereum because I do want to hold a lot more Ethereum. I should be holding, I think, because there's people that believe in Bitcoin and there's people that believe in more Ethereum, and there's some people that just want to hold both. But I'm not a big believer in Bitcoin. I believe in the idea of Bitcoin a little bit, but I'm just not a huge believer in what Bitcoin will be. It could be worth $100,000 one day, but I don't feel like it will get to the point to where people, like, there will be some point where people feel like it's not as valuable as other things that are out there. And it's okay to see things change. It's not like in the stock market you see one business that's always at the top, right? You're going to see other businesses that that fluctuate. You know, maybe Tesla will find a way it's up there, or Amazon will find a way to surpass whatever, and you know, Facebook will find a way to pass there in market cap. It's just how it goes, right? Business has become more valuable as the world and the economy and people just adapt, right? We adapt to ever-changing technology. And if someone is first, they end up being more popular at that moment. And Bitcoin being up at the top, it's great to see that it controls the market, but you need more consistency and more control for everything to not see a drop of 90% every time. If we can see Ethereum take over it, we can see other cryptocurrencies reach 100 billion or 200 billion in a market cap, then we can see all of these things change. And I think in the next 2 years, the top 10 will definitely look completely different, not only by the coins that are there, but also you know, by market caps and how every market cap is structured. And it's going to be more consistent when you see market caps. Instead of being a $360 billion market cap and a $157 billion market cap, you're going to see, you know, $1 trillion market caps. You're going to see hundreds of billions of dollars of market cap, and the gap is going to close quicker and quicker, or more and more. What do you think of the new Ethereum PAL? So I have done a video on ETH PAL on my NFA investing channel. So I did a video on ETH PAL 7 days ago, explaining what I do think about that. So if you want to go and check that out, link should be in the description for this channel, and we'll have a lot more videos here to come. When you claim your coins, you get paid on Terra Station. Do they go back to your exchange they came from, or do you do it manually? So you claim your coins, it goes to your wallet in Terra Station. So here, once you claim these coins, it goes to the wallet that you have in Terra Station, and it'll pop up here. So it doesn't go back to the coin or the place where you originally invested at. It goes to here, and you capture it in your wallet to where you can either restake it, so you can go, all right, I have my stake position, I want to withdraw it. You withdraw it to redelegate or delegate all of those coins that you ended up getting. So if I take these and I delegate them, you know, I'll have 20,533,000 coins that are staked. So it goes directly to this wallet, to where you can decide to stake those again. For me, I'm not going to stake anything else. I don't think I was going to compound it. Maybe I will. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But you know what? Yeah, I will. So I am going to compound it every single time. That was in the plan. So when it gets to around 100,000, that's when I will compound it every single time. As much as CRO is down, I D what? When you claim on Terra Station, the rewards go automatically to your Terra Station wallet. Yeah. If you want to send them to your exchange, you have to do it manually. Yeah. Was it just me, or did the coin market cap glitch price said it was 0.095 cents and then went back to 0.059 cents? I don't know. I didn't see anything, but glitches happen all the time, so I can believe it. Good morning, Matt. What are your thoughts on Tama Doge? I really don't have many thoughts on Tama Doge. I do have it on my list for cryptocurrencies to go over, I believe. So let me scroll down here. Or maybe it's not on this list. It might be on the list on Terra Station, but just in case. I think I looked into it one time, and I'm pretty sure it had a lot of zeros, which I don't really want to get into a lot of positions that have a ton of zeros anymore. It's so painful to push where it's like, hey, will this get to a penny? Like, we want it to get to a level to where it's the lowest level of money that we could physically own, it's not sad, but it is at the same time. We should be looking for investments not just to potentially make us millions of dollars, but also provide a ton of value in the world we know it today. But obviously, we want to be able to gain millions of dollars. So that's not something we want to completely give up on. I ain't giving my seed phrase to Kepler for auto compounding. Oh, they're asking for your seed phrase? Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't want to do any auto compounding if that's the what they charge for. You know, if you need it, obviously they need it in order to like look for everything. There are some of those places that you have to have seed phrases for to be able to link all of them together. If they're trying to link all wallets and all exchanges and everything like that. For me, the staking with Lunatics is working flawlessly, and it's seriously rare to find such an honest and transparent project. Kudos to them for real. I agree with you. They're doing so much, and the fact that they're so close to launching on the Terra network or the Classic network, the Classic chain, is huge. Because if they find a way, let's say to they're on the Terra chain, and the Terra chain finds a way to one launch on MetaMask to where that you can deposit money and buy Lunic right away. That would be amazing. And then also being able to do that on Terra Station would be fantastic as well. It creates more buying opportunities on chain for regular people, and they don't have to go, every which way in order to buy, right? If you want to stake on Terra Station, you can do it directly by buying on Terra Station. Like that would be huge. Lunati has very low volume. It seems like a dead coin ever since the burn tax started. What D apps are using that project? I'm not sure, but it's not a dead coin. It's something to where you're not going to see as much volume, just like you wouldn't see volume in so many other things. Like right now, if you look at even Terra Luna Classic or Shiba Inu, if you look at the volume in the last day, Shiba Inu used to hover easily around $1 billion in volume. It's looking at $269 million in volume. And as Shiba Inu comes down, you're going to see other cryptocurrencies that come down with no volume or little volume. And the reason why they would have little volume is because people are not looking for newer coins because they're looking to get out of the coins that they already have, or looking to be very fearful for the coins that they have now. So once you see a bullish market, people start to buy everything, no matter what it is. And then they start to understand what that project's all about. And we see things really, really run. You have to give it time. Things do see low volume times. And even right now, you're seeing Lunic at lower volume. And people blame that on the berm tax. So it's not... Tama Doge is at 3 cents. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. So, yeah, I mean, that's definitely more of a tricky situation to look at when it comes to Luna T. I would say Luna T definitely provides value and will provide way more value when it does have the means for people to buy it. Because right now you can only buy it on, I think they're on L Bank, right? They're on CoinIn, right? I think. I may be wrong by saying this. And you can buy it on MetaMask. So obviously, having limited places to buy it, it's very difficult to see any type of growth. But once you get more places to where you can buy it, hopefully they implement the burn tax on there, or the taxes included with it on there. And I'm sure that's one of their main objectives. If they can't get it there, then they don't want to be listed on that exchange. But once you see more and more ability to buy it, especially on chain directly, I mean, that's going to be huge. Richard, thank you for that super chat. Matthew, I thank you for your answers and knowledge. I have to take off to open my store, but I'll be listening as always. I appreciate you, Richard. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you get a lot of customers, because obviously you want business to boom. Everybody wants business to boom. Shiba Inu burns are not happening even with the Shiba Inu game. Burns have been very low. Shiba Inu will collapse waiting to buy 0.000001. I mean, that would be a good point to buy. But I can't say that things will collapse there. I would love to see it come back because then it creates buying opportunities for some people. But the burns, I don't even know if they're supposed to happen. They're not supposed to happen like weekly. The game was just launched, and I believe the burns are supposed to happen like at minimum monthly, if not quarterly or yearly. Right. So seeing no burns that are going through, doesn't mean, or less burns that are going through, doesn't mean that the game was supposed to burn every day. You know, it was supposed to take revenue that comes from it, maybe during the month, and burn off a portion of that revenue. So we're not going to see anything in the days to come. We may see something at the end of the month, but we're not going to see anything in the days to come. I thought Tom Doge is a scam. I haven't looked into it, so maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Important question. How can you avoid paying taxes on crypto? What's a smart move to not pay as much taxes? Donate to charities, maybe. This is not financial advice or tax advice. I'm not a tax professional. If it comes to the point to where my taxes get too complicated, I hire an accountant. I mean, that's how things roll. If you struggle, let's say if you made $1 million, I would suggest hiring an accountant because you don't want to have to look back and have to pay taxes that are in the form of tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. So make sure you're paying the correct amount in taxes. Can you talk about Tectonic? I feel like it's going to be a big one. So for Tectonic, I've talked about this in plenty of occasions, and I will get into that. I'll add that to my list of coins, but I'm not gonna talk about it now, because it may not be the pitch you want. But when I start to look into things heavily, I give opinions on what's positive, what's negative, and if it's an investable position, I guess. Apparently, my stomach is very hungry. We are far from a dead coin. Yeah, I would agree. They're just getting started. It's crazy the levels that they are taking. Yes, volume is down. You're going to see volume down across the board. So yeah, just wait. Just wait until they launch everything that they're launching. I damn right, not dead. I love lunatics. How do you know if it's a scam coin? So a lot of times I look into multiple things. You can't 100% know if it's a scam coin, but you can have your own things that you look into. Maybe you look into Token Sniffer and it gives you the wrong number. But then there's a lot of times where some of those are just getting started and they don't have everything set up to where they're supposed to be absolutely perfect. And you can't, because you got to find where the right move is, where you're supposed to be when it comes to, if you're a burn coin, if you're a coin that mints, if you have some sort of algorithm with it. I don't know, right? You have to find your place. And the way you find your place is by adjusting things. So you have to find your method. A lot of times I look into who the holders are, how many holders there are the top wallets holding majority of the position? Are you seeing, no matter if they're contract addresses or not, is the majority of the coins being held by the top positions, or top 10 wallets or so? If you're seeing that, then they have control over it, unless it's like a burn address or something. Don't forget there is a delay when you get paid from Google. Do you wait to do with your apps? It's like 1 month in areas, so it might be 2 months before they get any profits from their account to burn. That's true. Thank you for letting us know. It's not something where Shiba Inu is going to burn every single day, right? It's going to be something where they end up burning maybe monthly and maybe quarterly. That's the way that I look at it. Uh, I've been approached by a friend who is releasing a new coin. I have the white paper, which was emailed to me. Um, it has all the team on it. How do I know if it is legit or not? You have to look into everything and look into the people who have sent you that. Um, that is where it's extremely difficult because you don't have any information on it. You don't have any volume. You don't have any detail to the position besides what they have in the white paper, which does lay out everything, but it doesn't show you how things are functioning. It doesn't show you the coding. It doesn't show you the volume. It doesn't show you all of that stuff that you want to see. So you're kind of jumping in blind. It's kind of like you believing in someone that's going to start a business. They're like, oh, I need $100,000 from you. I'm trying to start this restaurant. And you're like, well, you're qualified to start a restaurant. Well, yeah, I was a chef, a sous chef for 5 years or 7 years, and I wanted to, start this restaurant. Well, what makes me think that you can run a restaurant? You have to know everything within that business plan. However, it's not to say that they will stray from that business plan. So it's the toughest thing to do is to bet on somebody without actually seeing things that are working. Does that make sense? So that's the only advice that I can give you. And that's the only advice that I would give anybody. That's kind of life advice is just read and reread it and ask questions. If you don't ask questions and you don't get transparent answers or answers where they feel like they're telling the truth, then you know that it's probably not going to be the best project. Just read and ask questions. Um, Building oracles for Terra is painful. Build tools don't support by Google APY. This needs to be addressed. A lot of people are upset by this. Um, I don't know how to address that. Isn't investing in USTC risky as we know LUNC will continue to be developed? But even if we peg a stable coin, it might not be USTC. That's true. Um, Anything has risk to it, and people are just playing what they see. So, are we certain that USTC is going to be back to $1? No. Are we certain that USTC is going to be that coin that gets repegged, or are we going to see a new coin that gets pegged? Um, we don't know, right? Do we feel like the algorithm is going to be in place? We don't know. Are they going to have some sort of backing in BTC or dollar figure? We don't know. So there's so much variables, so much speculation with it that I mean we just don't truly know what's going to happen there. And the unknown is interesting, but it also can create a lot of fear. You know, I gotta stretch because of you. Um, Wait, just because you can cook won't make you a good restaurant owner. A lot is to know to tune a business. 100%, or to run a business. Yeah, 100%. I'm right there with you. There's so much more to know when it comes to running a business. There are some people that I know that are really really good chefs, and I would never let them run a business, even though they can cook really really well. If they can't manage their own finances, what makes me think that they're going to be able to manage the business's finance or hire people that can, right? Um, and sometimes that's the case is where you hire everybody in those positions that can do the correct job and you have success and you learn from those people. But in a lot of cases, people aren't driven to learn from those people that they end up hiring because that's where you get into a situation where the owner doesn't know what's going on with the finances and the accountant is stealing from you, right? That's where you get into those situations. So it's so difficult running a business. and, you know, having employees and figuring out what's the most important piece there, which again, a restaurant is the customers are the most important pieces. You want to make sure they're satisfied by any means necessary. And if they're not, one bad review can completely tank your entire business, and people agree with that person. If they see that person on any type of review place, they agree with them. So yeah. Where's Terra Luna Classic right now? Looks like things are starting to come back a little bit. We're seeing some green in the last hour, which is good. Love seeing it. Quant has looked good for pretty much forever. It's up to $155. That's huge. You should get up, Matt, for 5 minutes every hour. Sitting down for long periods of time destroys the body. We come from hunters, and we need to move. I do move. I sit down. Oh, shit. I'm glad that I closed my water. I sit down all the time. Or sit down all the time. I stand up all the time. I do stay seated for pretty much this whole entire time, unless I need to check on Harper or make sure that Hayden's okay, or take her to daycare or something like that. But Erica's handling all of that today because she has off of work today. So that's a good thing. Really, really good thing. I think she took both of them. Like she just took Hayden to daycare, I think. She's getting Hayden ready right now. I love that little girl. Hayden is just adorable. She's starting to say like a bunch of sentences now and answer questions, and it's crazy. Matt, he's right. You're fighting him. I'm fighting who? You are willing to do an AMA with Zardar about future developments for LUNC? Am I able to do one? Are you willing to do one? So I'm usually a part of any type of interviews, but I usually don't run interviews because I don't have time to prepare for them. So I'm willing to obviously get the questions across, but I don't know about interview, any type of interview there. I'm willing to talk to people. Yeah, please, what about Filecoin? I've seen a lot on Filecoin. I'll add Filecoin to my list of coins here. But I've seen a lot on that. And I've looked into it a little bit, and I wanted to invest into it in the past, but I didn't end up making that move. So we'll definitely add that to the list. We have a lot of cryptocurrencies to go over, and we're doing it every single day. And we want to make sure we have videos every day that we are going over. I feel Dan spends all day watching videos and giving away money. I see him on every stream. I appreciate him on every stream. You know, asking those questions. These are questions that you see majority of people that are asking. So he's not wrong for asking those questions, and that's why I feel so great answering them, because I see the questions come up all the time where it's like, what about the repeg status? Or what about LUNC? Or what about this? Or what about that? And we want to know those answers. And he finds a way to get those questions across to me very easily. Obviously, with the super chat, it's like right in my face. And that's really good. Instead of like missing those questions, sometimes I can never miss any of those questions. Let's see. Hey, Matt, how goes it? I helped create a cryptocurrency in 2021, and it just never had the leadership in place to execute potential. Lunatics has lost almost all trust. It's battle every day. Why has Lunatics lost all of its trust? It didn't lose any trust. It has 8,000 plus holders, and it's had 8,000 plus holders for a while. So there's no lost trust in Lunatics token. Get a drawing board and get up every so often and do a whiteboard lesson or something, or show us your golf swing. Get out of that chair. You're giving us too much. Eventually I will. I mean, I'm only here for 2 hours. But yeah, make sure everybody hits the like button. We have 480 people here. We have 507 likes, which sounds like we have more likes than we have concurrent viewers, but we had over 5,000 views during this live stream, and would like to see a little bit more likes there from the 5,000 viewers. It's about 10%, which is not bad. It's typically around the range that we should see, around 10%, but I want to see a little bit more than 10%, 11, 12, 15%. Coinin is really helping with LUNC 1.2% burn. We need to delist from Binance. The problem is that you can't. I mean, once they decide what they want to hold, they will buy it all up. They decided they wanted to buy so much more of Terra Luna Classic while things were at their lowest points to create 60% of the volume. They decided that, right? And they're not going to just give up on what they bought. I wish they would. I wish they would just give it to someone else. I wish they would just, they can sell it or put it somewhere else and put it on another exchange. I don't care. But Binance is not, they're doing things to help themselves. And I feel like we need to pressure them more. And right now we're not. We're not pressuring them more. Maybe with a couple of tweets, I don't know. We need something. We need the ability to buy more on chain. If we could buy more on chain, sorry, I'm daydreaming right now, but if we can buy more on chain, then we will be in a better place. If we can buy some, actually have the ability to buy it on MetaMask and Terra Station, that would be huge. We did not lose any trust. We released NFTs, and almost half of the batch is sold within 24 hours. Yeah, I agree with you, Lunatics token. There's no trust that is lost there. You're burning Terra Luna Classic, and obviously with lower volume, you're not seeing as much, Terra Luna Classic that's being burnt. But then you can see your own coin that could be burned. You're also seeing the rewards that are going through, and you're very transparent from everything that you're doing. When we ask the questions, you give an answer, and you basically tell us everything we need to know. More people need to send super chats. I'm looking into being a YouTube channel. It's expensive. Yeah, I mean, look into being a YouTube channel. You don't have to send super chats. I don't need to have everybody send super chats here. I appreciate them so much more than you know. I appreciate them a hell of a lot. But yeah, you don't have to send super chats. I am all for them, and they're an easy way to get an answer to any of your questions. Obviously, if it's at a certain level, because we want to make sure that when we see them, they pop up. If it's $4.99 or more, it pops up at the top of the chat, so it doesn't go through the feed. But if it's less than $4.99, if it's like $3.99 or $2.99 or $1 or something, it will only show up in the feed, which means if it scrolls down, I may miss it. We have about 50 million ready to burn. You have about 50 million ready to burn in the wallet. Yeah, that's good. I mean, 50 million is great. Obviously, you want to see, a lot more, but you need a lot more volume in order to do that. Yeah, I know. That's not Lunatics, that's Luna Classic. I meant about the trust is dropping from $100 to fractions of a penny. The trust hit rock bottom. There we go. So that's what you're talking about is LUNC. You're talking about Terra Luna Classic. You're not talking about a Lunatics token. Lunatics token has done nothing but grow, and they're at a higher point than when they started. So that's a whole different story. But LUNC hasn't really lost trust. It's actually gained a lot of attention, a lot of people involved in it, and a lot of new investors, you know? So instead of looking at the amount of investors that you have before, now you have millions of investors into the position, millions of wallets that are in the position. Thank you, Ryan, for that $6 super chat. I appreciate that a lot. J Rod, thank you for that $10 super chat. Are you able to get an NFT yet? No, I didn't. I bought another one last night. How the hell are you doing that? Because I tried to, and I could not do it. So let me see. Let me bring something up because I don't want to show things that I don't need to show. You know, like email addresses and all that other type of stuff. So let me see. Yeah, Lunatics token still has a $4.5 million market cap. Let me go to the website. Yeah, they're speaking of Lunic, not Lunatics. Yeah, I'm not able to like buy one. Oh, you bought it from your phone. Make you have wait, BEP20 BNB and not BEP2 BNB. And please make sure it's at least 0.71 or the buy button doesn't work. Oh, so you have to have BNB in your wallet in order to buy right away. So it's not like it doesn't take you through the ability to select an NFT. Like it's at random. You get pushed out an NFT at random or something. Ridiculous people are suggesting to delist Lunic from Binance. We might as well just give up on the project. I don't know about that. It's not about. I don't think you need to delist it from Binance, and you can't do that. They will see the potential in something and they will invest into it for their bottom line and make sure that majority of the volume is traded over there and that they have the control, really. So if they're not doing something, nobody's doing it. Is there any way we can short squeeze Luna as they did GameStop? Short squeeze it? There's no way to, unless you see a bunch of shorts that are going through, but shorts are not a big part of cryptocurrency right now. They are a part of cryptocurrency, but they're not as big as something in the stock market. And also, it's not as controlled by some of these plays. I don't know what's happening here. My screen's just like disconnected and then reconnected. I don't know what the hell happened. And now they did it again. What the hell is going on here? It's not like the computer's cutting off, but all of the screens that are connected are like going in and out. So the computer isn't shutting off. Everything's fine with the computer. It's just I don't know what the hell's happening. It all went to one screen. Yes, you have to get a random NFT and you'll see the NFT once the first batch of 500 has been sold. Okay. All right, well, I'll have to get 0.5. I don't know how much I have in my, you know what? I'll just get it right now. Let's see. And this activity better, or what's it called, this payment better go through with, I want to make sure I'm not doing a payment on the screen. But yeah, I want to, let's say, buy one BNB. What? And then look at that, and let's agree, and let's pay. Yeah, once you're an investment on the website, use that. Okay. This is irreversible, is what they say. Will the payment go through? Probably not, because my bank never lets the payment go through with MoonPay. So we'll have to see. Payment was declined because of your damn bank. Of course it is. Do I have any other method? Let me see. See if that'll go through. BNB had to have a. Oh, there we go. Oh, so they let it go through. That's good. 0.17 BNB to have a buy price and gas fees for sure. MEXC was also doing LUNC burns. Not sure if they still are. Matt, how much you get in super chats from all your live streams? From all my live streams? I don't know. Usually like 70 to 100 a day. And then YouTube takes 30% of it. And then obviously half of that I get paid goes to taxes. So let's say I get a $10 super chat. I'll get $7 that comes to me. Half of that goes to taxes. So I'm looking at $3.50 out of a $10 super chat. And technically, no matter what, it would be $5 or $3.50 because no matter what, I have taxes that come out. So taxes don't automatically come out. I take them out at the end of the year, but I check whatever tax breaks I have. But normally we're seeing about 40% to 50%, depending on, everything there. It's usually around like 40, including state and local, all that stuff. It's usually closer to the 50% mark. Did you already get your Lunatics NFT? Oh, you're talking to DJ Trev. Richard has 90% of that. Richard does have a big portion of the super chats, the daily super chats. And Dan also provides a ton of super chats as well. But there's also J Rod that you do like maybe 10% of it. So I appreciate that. And there's a lot of other people that come through. Matt, do you get the feeling that people got upset with Binance burn yesterday? Volume in Binance has increased big time, probably to compensate. The tax burn has increased too. So, yes, I think people were getting upset or did get upset with the Binance burn because they expected so much more, but volume was a lot lower. But then you can also look at volume and you can say, all right, well, we should have burned off the same amount, if not a little bit more. But if it wasn't for these damn VIP members, right, we would have burned off a little bit more than what we burned off with before. It would have been somewhere around 7 billion or 6 billion versus the 3 billion that we ended up burning off. When's Coinbase listing? I don't think that's coming. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. Thoughts on Bitcoin? I'm not really the biggest fan of Bitcoin. I feel like Bitcoin is not environmentally friendly, and we are definitely getting into this huge trend of being environmentally friendly. So for people that are mining Bitcoin now, it's getting harder and harder to mine a single Bitcoin. So it's taking a lot of energy in order to do so. And there are these like huge places with a ton of computing power in order to do that. And you don't want that. I don't want it. Please, who is at Lunatics Token Official? They are, who is behind it? Well, who's behind Lunatics Token Official. It's Lunatics Token. It's the official Lunatics Token. It's not Lunic, it's Lunatics. Let me go to my MetaMask and see how much I have over here. See if it. So I do have the amount here. Let's refresh this. Oh, so now if you click buy one NFT, it's going to give you a confirmation, and you click buy, and it should give me a confirmation at some point that I bought the NFT. At some point, sometime, maybe some sort of confirmation. Get an NFT, it failed. Why did it fail? I don't know why it failed here. Let's confirm again. Let's see if it's not going to fail. Yeah, it failed twice. Why would it fail? Let's see. Yeah, trying to get the NFT, it failed 2 times. It won't let me get it. Whoa, here's for the taxes. I turn around and Richard sends $100 super chat. Richard, come on, man. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that. Damn, he's a damn big rich. Yeah, I mean you're just throwing dollars. How much do you make from your store, man? Is it because of the amount that you've made on Lunatics Token and Terra Luna Classic that you can send that much? Because that's insane. I love it. Here, take a whole 5 at least. A bump me up a few percentages. Oh, you're good. The amount that you send is good. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate you, Richard, for sending $100. I turn around and this is what I get. Too much emphasis on Binance and that and Binance. Wait, Binance that and Binance that. Getting the darn other CEXs to start off-chain burns. Some of us want to be rich overnight off Lunic and get it straight. It's not going to happen. I wouldn't say that it's not going to happen. I would say it's less likely that you would see something where you get rich overnight, but we've seen some of these things happen before. You can't say that it's not going to happen, but it's less likely to happen. Yes, I would agree with that. But for people to gain something through the long term, I expect to see something like that. For people that are expecting to see everything burn off with one burn method, that's not going to take place. It's not going to happen. We need to see slow, consistent burns, not like low, consistent burns, but slow, consistent burns, maybe daily, that are going through and get us to the level to where we can burn some off and see slow growth rather than seeing aggressive growth. He's here every day and supports Matt a great deal. He's not doing nothing for clout. Yeah, I don't think anybody's doing anything for clout. And give Matt a heart attack. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. One day we're all gonna ball like Richard. Probably. He's my guy for live streams. I appreciate that, Richard, so much. I really do. I really do. Guys, it is 8:30 here today. It's 8:30 right now. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, we're going to put out another NFA video. So if you guys want to check out the NFA channel, that's the wrong freaking screen. Don't know why it's coming up as the screen. Today's super chats are definitely higher. But that's the wrong screen. I do want to change that screen. Change the screen. Oh, it's not even showing the right screen. I'll have to bring things over here. Give me a second. Let me bring this over here. So I appreciate you guys for being here. If you want to go ahead and check out the NFA channel, feel free to check out the NFA channel. Here is that detail. The link is in the description. The link is definitely in the description. So check that out. We're going to be having a video on Dogecoin, I believe, today. And yes, thank you to the mods. Thank you to Richard. Thank you to you know, Ryan. Thank you to Dan. Thank you to everybody that sent super chats. Oh, fine. If he's leaving, then I'm leaving. But yeah, definitely check this out. Check out my golf channel. I just released a video yesterday, and I think we'll also have another shorts video that's coming out today. So expect that. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys